Hey there, fellow cat enthusiasts, and welcome back to the channel where we unravel the mysteries of the feline world, one whisker at a time. Today, we're diving into something truly special, something every cat lover dreams of mastering. They're getting cats to walk right up to you like you're some kind of magical cat whisperer. That's right, we're talking 7 secret ways to get cats to walk up to you. So grab a cup of tea or a saucer of milk if you're feeling thematic, and let's get started, because by the end of this, you'll be the Pied Piper of purrs. Alright, let's kick things off with secret number 1, the power of stillness. Now, I can already hear the skepticism bubbling up in your mind. Stillness? Really? That's your grand opening move? I get it. It sounds almost too simple, too basic, like I'm telling you the secret to baking a cake is to turn on the oven. But stick with me here, because this is where the magic of feline psychology starts to unfold, and trust me, it's a game changer. Cats, you see, are hardwired to notice movement. It's baked into their DNA. They're not just fluffy little couch potatoes. They're miniature predators, descended from wild hunters who survive by spotting the tiniest twitch of a tail or the faintest rustle in the grass. Those big, luminous eyes of theirs. They're like high-definition motion detectors, zeroing in on anything that darts, scurries, or so much as quivers. It's why a laser pointer can turn even the laziest tabby into a pouncing machine. It's all about that instinct to track and chase. So picture this. If you're bouncing around a room, waving your arms like you're trying to flag down a plane, or stomping your feet like you're rehearsing for the lead role in a marching band, what do you think happens? That cat's internal alarm system goes off. Ding, 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 potential threat detected. And they're out of there faster than you can say tuna on toast. You've just become the human equivalent of a loud, unpredictable tornado, and no self-respecting cat is sticking around for that. Now here's where the secret flips the script. Instead of all that chaos, try this. Slow it down. Way down. Find a spot, maybe a comfy chair, the edge of the couch, or even the floor if you're feeling grounded, and just be. Sit there, calm as a pond on a windless day, and let yourself melt into the background. Don't fidget, don't adjust your hair every 5 seconds, don't even think about reaching for your phone to scroll through cat memes. Though, let's be honest, that's tempting. The goal is to transform yourself into something almost statuesque, like one of those ancient sculptures in a museum, radiating quiet intrigue. You're not a threat, you're not prey, you're just this fascinating, motionless enigma. And here's the beautiful part. Cats are curiosity incarnate. They might not show it right away. Oh no, they'll play it cool, maybe flick an ear or give you a side eye from across the room, but they're watching. They're studying you, sizing you up, wondering why this human isn't doing the usual loud, clumsy human things. That stillness? It's like a vacuum that pulls their interest in bit by bit. They'll start to feel safe, then intrigued, and before you know it, that curiosity, the same force that's gotten them stuck in boxes and perched on the highest shelf, takes over. You'll see it happen in stages. First a cautious glance, then a tentative step, maybe a little stretch to look nonchalant about the whole thing. And then, like a whisper of a breeze, those tiny paws start patting your way, drawn by the irresistible pull of the unknown. But let's take it a step further, because stillness isn't just about sitting there like a lump, it's about intention. Keep your breathing slow and steady. Cats can pick up on the rhythm of your energy. If you're tense or impatient, they'll sense it, and that's a deal breaker. Imagine yourself as a monk in meditation, or better yet, channel your inner cat. Think of how they lounge with that effortless grace, perfectly at ease. You're not waiting for them to come to you with bated breath. You're simply existing, offering them the space to make the first move. It's a subtle power play. Really, by doing less, you're doing more. And here's a little bonus tip to supercharge this secret. Position yourself strategically. Maybe near a sunny patch on the floor they love, or close to their favorite perch, but not so close that you're invading their turf. You're not chasing them down. You're setting the stage, letting them come to you on their terms. It might take a minute or 10, or even longer if you're dealing with a particularly aloof overlord. But that's the beauty of it. When those soft little feet finally make their way over, and you feel the brush of whiskers or the faintest sniff against your hand, you'll know you've cracked the code. The power of stillness isn't just a trick. It's a philosophy, a quiet pact between you and the cat that says, I'm here, I'm safe, and I'm worth checking out. So go ahead, give it a whirl, and watch the feline parade begin. Now let's move on to secret number 2, the irresistible lure of scent. Oh yes, we're about to tap into one of the most potent weapons in the cat-attracting arsenal, and it's all about those incredible feline noses. Picture this, Cats have around 200 million scent receptors packed into their tiny snouts. 200 million. To put that in perspective, us humans are stumbling around with a measly 5 million or so, and even a bloodhound, the gold standard of sniffers, tops out at about 300 million. So when I say a cat's nose could put a bloodhound to shame, I'm not exaggerating. They're basically walking, purring olfactory supercomputers. And if that doesn't make you want to get nerdy about cat biology, I don't know what will. The point is, their sense of smell is a superpower, and we're going to use it to turn you into a feline magnet. So, how do we wield this aromatic magic? It's simpler than you might think, but it's all about finesse. Let's start with the classic catnip. That little green herb is like kryptonite for cats, or I suppose the opposite of kryptonite, since it makes them weak in the knees with delight rather than, knocking them out. Grab a pinch of dried catnip, nothing fancy, just the stuff you'd find at any pet store, and rub it lightly between your fingers. Then give your hands or the hem of your shirt a gentle swipe. We're not talking about dousing yourself like you're marinating for a barbecue here. Less is more. You want just a whisper of that minty, earthy aroma clinging to you. Enough to intrigue, not overwhelm. Catnip scent is like a secret handshake to a cat, a signal that says, hey, I'm in on the good stuff. Some cats go bonkers for it, rolling and flipping like they've hit the jackpot, while others just mellow out, but either way, it's a lure that's hard to resist. But catnip's not the only trick up our sleeve. Oh no, we've got options. If you've been in the kitchen, say prepping dinner and handling something like salmon, chicken, or even a bit of turkey, don't rush to the sink just yet. Let those savory traces linger on your fingertips for a moment. I'm not suggesting you walk around with greasy hands like you're auditioning for a cooking show blooper reel. Just don't scrub off that subtle, meaty perfume right away. That faint whiff of something delicious wafting from you? It's pure cat bait. To them, it's not just a smell. It's a story, a promise, a siren song drifting through the air that sings of treats and wild feasts. Now let's dive into secret number 3, and this one's all about mastering the vibe, specifically the low-key eye contact trick. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty of cat communication, and trust me, it's a subtle art form that can turn you into a feline's favorite human without saying a single word. You've probably heard the old adage that staring down a cat is a big no-no, and that's absolutely spot on. In the wild world of cat language, locking eyes and holding that gaze is like throwing down a gauntlet. It's a challenge, a bold declaration of square up, fluffy. Or you want to go, mittens? To a cat, it's less of a friendly hello and more of a standoff. And unless you're dealing with a particularly confident kitty who thinks they own the place, and let's be honest, most of them do, they're likely to take it as a sign to either puff up or hightail it out of there. But here's where we flip the script and unlock the secret sauce. It's all about softening that gaze and, get this, blinking slowly. Yes, I said blink slowly, and I know it sounds like I'm asking you to audition for the role of sleepy human in a cat's personal drama, but bear with me because this is pure gold. Picture yourself sitting there, catching a cat's eye from across the room. Instead of staring like you're trying to win a staring contest with a statue, let your eyes relax. Unfocus a little, let your eyelids droop just a touch, and then give them a slow, deliberate blink, like you're moving in molasses, savoring the moment. It's not a quick flutter or a nervous twitch. It's a languid, intentional close and open that takes a couple of seconds. In cat speak, this is like the equivalent of a friendly nod, a chill little signal that says, hey, I'm cool, you're cool, we're all cool here. It's disarming, it's nonchalant, and it's a vibe that cats can't help but vibe with. Scientists, and yes, there are people out there studying this stuff, call this move the cat kiss. And if that doesn't make you feel warm and fuzzy inside, I don't know what will. It's not just a cute nickname either. There's real science behind it. Studies have shown that when humans slow blink at cats, the cats are more likely to approach, and they often blink back. It's like a secret handshake, a quiet exchange that builds trust without any need for words or bribes. Why does it work? Well, in the feline world, closing your eyes in someone's presence is a big deal. It's a sign of vulnerability, a way of saying, I'm not on guard, and I don't think you're a threat. When you slow blink at a cat, you're mimicking that behavior, telling them in their own language that you're not here to start trouble. It's a peace offering wrapped in a lazy eyelid flutter, and it's downright irresistible. All right, let's roll into secret number 4, the art of the unexpected bribe. This one's a classic with a twist, a little culinary sleight of hand that'll have cats sauntering your way like you're the Pied Piper of purrs. Now, I'm not suggesting you need to transform into some kind of cat treat Santa Claus, jingling around with pockets stuffed full of goodies. Although, let's be real, that's not the worst idea I've ever heard. Picture it, you strolling through life with a festive little stash of treats, doling them out to every feline in sight, a one-person parade of generosity. It's a vibe, and honestly, I'm tempted to try it myself. But even if you're not ready to commit to that level of dedication, having a little something special tucked away can work absolute wonders. And it's all about how you play this delicious card. So, what's the move here? It starts with the bribe itself, something small, simple, and cat-approved. Think a tiny shred of plain cooked chicken, no seasonings or fancy sauces, just the good stuff straight from the oven or skillet. Or maybe a nibble of turkey, a sliver of salmon, or one of those cat-safe tidbits you can snag from the pet store, freeze-dried fish, or little meaty morsels that don't need a fridge. The key is quality over quantity. You don't need a feast, just a taste, a teaser that says, "Hey, I got something worth your attention." Cats aren't like dogs who'll scarf down anything you throw their way. These are discerning little gourmands, and they'll turn their noses up if it's not up to snuff. So pick something that smells enticing and tastes like a treat fit for royalty, because in their minds, that's exactly what they are. Now here's where the real artistry comes in, because this isn't about chucking food at them like you're feeding ducks at the park. Picture that for a second, tossing breadcrumbs willy-nilly while a flock of quacking chaos descends. That's not the energy we're bringing to this. Cats don't respond to that kind of haphazard generosity. They're too dignified, too calculated. Instead, you've got to be strategic, turning this bribe into a slow-burn trust exercise. Start by placing that tasty morsel a few feet away from you, far enough that they don't feel pressured, close enough that they know it's yours to give. Then step back and let them come to it. Don't hover, don't stare, just casually exist nearby, maybe pretending to fiddle with your phone or gaze thoughtfully into the distance like you're pondering life's mysteries. The cat will notice, they'll notice, and their curiosity will kick in. They'll slink over, all stealth and grace, sniffing out that unexpected gift like it's a treasure they've discovered on their own terms. Here's the genius part, you don't stop at one go. This is a long game, a culinary courtship. The next time, shorten the distance just a smidge, maybe 2 feet instead of 3. Then, a day or two later, bring it down to 1 foot. Each time, you're reeling them in closer, but so gradually they barely notice the shift. It's like a trust-building dance, and the treat is your partner in crime. Over time, they'll start to connect the dots. This human, this calm, non-threatening presence, is the source of these delightful surprises. You're not forcing anything, you're letting them choose to approach, and that's what makes it so powerful. Before long, they'll associate you with deliciousness, and who could resist that? It's Pavlov's bell for cats, but instead of a ding, it's the faint rustle of your hand reaching for that chicken shred. Let's flesh this out a bit more because the details matter. Say you're at home and your cat's lounging across the room, eyeing you with that classic mix of indifference and mild suspicion. You got a little piece of cooked chicken from last night's dinner, nothing fancy, just a bite-sized bit. You catch their eye for a second, then casually lean down and set it on the floor a few feet away, like it's no big deal. Maybe you say something soft like, "Oh, what's this?" to pique their interest, but keep it low-key, no sudden moves. Then you retreat to your spot and wait. At first, they might play it cool, stretching, or grooming like they couldn't care less, but those ears will flick toward the prize. Soon enough, they're up, patting over with that liquid grace cats have perfected, and they'll snatch it up, all while keeping you in their peripheral vision. Success. Repeat this over days or weeks, especially if you're dealing with a wary stray or a standoffish house cat. This unexpected bribe isn't just about food. It's about connection. It's a bridge built on flavor and patience, a way to say, "I'm worth your time," without ever forcing the issue. So, next time you're near a cat you want to charm, keep a little something special on hand. Play it smart, play it slow, and watch how this culinary game of trust turns you into their favorite person. Who knew a tiny piece of chicken could be the key to a cat's heart? Secret number 5 is a bit of a mind game, and I love it for its sheer simplicity. Ignore them. Yep, you heard me. Play hard to get. Cats are masters of aloofness, and they're drawn to anything that doesn't seem overly interested in them. So sit there reading a book, scrolling your phone, or pretending to contemplate the meaning of life. Anything that says, "Oh, I didn't even notice you, little feline overlord." That indifference, it's catnip for their ego. They'll think, "Wait a minute, why isn't this human groveling for my attention? I better go check this out." And just like that, they're walking toward you, tail high, ready to grace you with their presence. Now, secret number 6 is where we get a little theatrical. the sound of seduction. Cats are suckers for certain noises, soft, high-pitched, and intriguing sounds that tickle their ears. Try a gentle pspsps or a quiet clicking sound with your tongue. It's like ringing a dinner bell in their brain, but without the food. Some folks swear by mimicking a kitten's meow, soft and a little squeaky. Why does this work? Well, cats are naturally curious, and these sounds tap into their instinct to investigate. Before you know it, they're trotting over, head tilted, wondering what mysterious creature is calling them. Pro tip, don't overdo it, or you'll sound like a broken smoke alarm, and that's a one-way ticket to an empty room. Finally, secret number 7, the ultimate power move, become furniture. Okay, not literally, but hear me out. Cats love lounging on things, couches, chairs, your laundry basket full of clean clothes they're definitely going to shed on. So position yourself near their favorite spot and just exist there. Don't reach for them, don't make sudden moves. Just be a cozy, non-threatening part of the landscape. Maybe drape a blanket over your lap for extra allure. Cats can't resist a good nap spot. Over time, they'll start associating you with comfort, and one day, bam, they're walking right up to you, ready to claim you as their new throne. It's sneaky, it's brilliant, and it works like a charm. So there you have it, folks, 7 secret ways to get cats to walk up to you. No begging or pleading required. From the zen of stillness to the subtle seduction of sound, these tricks tap into the quirky, wonderful wiring of the feline mind. Try them out, mix and match, and let me know in the comments which one turns you into the ultimate cat magnet. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into cat psychology, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a chance to outsmart your furry friends. Until next time, keep purring, keep exploring,